Hi there. It's the 12th of February, 2026. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley is underway, whether we're ready for it or not, and you're probably feeling about the same way this morning. Day before the weekend. Coming up on the show today, we'll introduce you to two more candidates with the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Candidates Darcy, Mejia, Sanchez, and Briannah Machado will be featured later on in the second half of this particular program. You know, we're kind of limping to a start today. Just a little behind the scenes is that we just found out Malcolm Whitehall was ready to have a fresh cup of Joe this morning, and our coffee machine here at the Broadcast Metroplex is broken. We almost decided right beforehand we're just not going to do the show. I mean, how can you do the show if you got no coffee, for gosh sakes? I don't drink coffee. I got something else a little more powerful in that. No, it's just Diet Coke. I never have been a coffee. But poor Malcolm, he's slugging through the show this morning without coffee. It's a crying shame. All right, we'll get you your forecast coming up in a moment. Also, sports news, the latest news from the NCW Life newsroom. But first, we'll start with a look around the valley with our Valley View cameras. Oh, kind of a pretty morning out there this morning. Good morning, Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, on this Thursday, the 12th of February, 2026. A sleepy morning this morning as we look upon the valley. Ooh, I like that, Mac. Thank you. We're doing a little flip around here as these are PTZ cameras, point, tilt, zoom. So there was a little point that was happening as we look off towards the rising sun this morning. Sunrise here about 6-7 minutes from now. Gorgeous look up the, I guess that's officially downriver towards Rock Island this morning. Good morning. That's camera one up on Wenatchee Heights. We're not going to be able to see too much. We'll get better looks as we go through the morning here, but this is up at Badger Mountain, looking off towards the southeast, I believe this is, and a little dark this morning up there, but you can see the sunrise just a few moments away, and fairly good conditions as far as our weather is concerned. What's that? Oh, moon. Oh, okay. Upper right corner. Oh, there we go. A little sneak of the moon this morning. So there you go. Camera 3 is going to take us up towards Lake Wenatchee. That's pretty cool. That's rather ethereal this morning. You can't see anything. That's Two Rivers, the Two Rivers camera up by Lake Wenatchee. Below that is a lake, I promise, somewhere down there. That's camera 3. Camera 4 this morning will take us over Leavenworth, or Tumwater Canyon, and our Tumwater Canyon looking down upon the Bavarian Village. And no fog this morning like we had the last few mornings in Leavenworth. So good morning to Leavenworth and good morning to you. By the way, it got pretty warm again yesterday. The high for the Wenatchee Valley, 50 degrees. The overnight low was 31. Normally we're at 42 and 27, so still warmer than normal. Not record conditions. In fact, the record high for today was 59 degrees in 1967. The record low, another cold day back in 1905 of -5 degrees. As I mentioned, sunrise this morning coming up in a few minutes at 7:08. Sun will set tonight at 5:21. Tomorrow, 7:07 for the sunrise and 5:23 for the sunset. There you go. The 7-day forecast now brought to you by Colonial Vista. And of course, I forgot to grab the reader for that. So thanks to Colonial Vista for providing us our weather sponsorship here on the NCW Life Channel. Partly sunny skies in our forecast today with a high of 46 for the Wenatchee Valley. We'll see some clouds start to roll in overnight tonight and 34 for the overnight low. Tomorrow we'll see clouds, a slight chance of rain as the day progresses tomorrow with a high of 44. The overnight low on Friday night will be 34 once again, and then another mild day. I mean, come on, it's February 14th on Saturday. 45 for the high for your Valentine's Day with cloudy skies. Not much precip expected. 33 the overnight low on Saturday night. Then Sunday's forecast will have a little bit of rain in the morning and then some sunshine peeking through in the afternoon. 44 for the high on Sunday. And then we're really expecting some clouds and measurable precipitation by the first part of next week, with temperatures in the 40s during the day, nighttime lows in the freezing range, about 32, 30, and then snow in the mountains. The snow level will start at about 4,300 feet on Saturday and then start to come down to about 1,700 feet by Tuesday and Wednesday. So nothing for here on the valley floor, but definitely some snow in the higher elevations, so be prepared for that as you do your traveling out and about. We're at 30 outside our studios here at NCW Life Channel. By the way, past conditions, another day, a good day to travel if you need to in the higher elevations. Clear with 28 degrees at Stevens Pass, bare and dry with frost in places, no restrictions there. Blewett Pass has clear skies, 25 degrees, bare and dry with frost, no restrictions. And Snoqualmie Pass, scattered clouds, bare and a few wet places, but no restrictions in the higher elevations. That is a look at our passes in our weather forecast here on the NCW Life Channel. We will take a break and come back at 6 minutes past the hour and bring you your latest local news coming up. And can somebody bring Malcolm a cup of coffee this morning? That'd be a big time thing. So Wake Up Wenatchee Valley continues for Thursday.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
And a good morning to you on this Thursday, the 12th of February, 2026. Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Expecting sunny skies today for the most part. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. We're at 30 outside our studios. Latest local news now. The Brewster Police Department is seeking information on the shooting of a juvenile male that occurred last week. Shortly after 11 p.m. on February 6th, police responded to the area of Ferry Avenue and South 3rd Street in Brewster, where they found an unoccupied vehicle crashed into a fence and were notified that a male had been shot. The crashed vehicle showed multiple bullet strikes and shell casings were recovered in the roadway. A residence in the area was also struck by gunfire, though no one was injured. The suspect or suspects fled the scene before police arrived, and the victim was airlifted to Harborview Medical Center after initial treatment at Three Rivers Hospital. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is ongoing. A theft case against a woman accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a Wenatchee Valley Mall business is now clear of charges. Douglas County prosecutors dismissed all counts Monday against Ada Mae Yancey, who was suspected of diverting more than $31,000 from cash-operated machines in the mall, including massage chairs, a photo booth, and children's rides between 2023 and 2025. Prosecutors say two of the companies that Yancey allegedly stole from refused to respond to their request for information. A third machine owner said Yancey had paid back about $300 that was unaccounted for. The county dismissed one count of first-degree theft in January and withdrew the remaining 3 charges of felony theft and false reporting this week. The Chelan-Douglas Health District is reporting 2 people have died from influenza in the current flu season. Both the deceased were Chelan County residents. Grant County says it's confirmed 1 flu-related death as of last week. They are among 56 deaths so far during this season that have been associated with influenza, according to the Washington Department of Health. The state says emergency room visits stemming from flu are on the rise, accounting for about 8% of total visits in the last week. Chelan-Douglas Health Administrator Dr. Kristen Hosey says influenza can cause serious illness in otherwise healthy people, and it can be especially dangerous for those at higher risk. The health district recommends vaccination against the flu, avoiding contact with others while sick, and wearing a mask while in crowded indoor settings. The city of Omak and NCW Libraries reached an agreement after a dispute over the status of the Omak Public Library. The 2 parties said an updated 10-year contract will ensure uninterrupted service at the library pending final approval by the Library Systems Board of Trustees and Omak City Council. The city owns the library building, and its future seemed uncertain after emails between Omak Mayor Cindy Gagne and other city leaders discussed canceling the contract in December. The $1.5 million Reimagining Spaces project at the library will also move forward as planned. Final contract approval is expected in the coming weeks. Well, officers from Wenatchee Valley Animal Care and Control were called to an unusual pet rescue on Tuesday. A 12-year-old dog named Hunter, who had been missing from his Kashmir home since Super Bowl Sunday, was found stranded in the Wenatchee River along Highway 2, just downstream from the Applets Way Bridge. Animal Control Officer Claudia Graham and Chelan County Sheriff's Deputy assisted while Officer Aaron Beto lowered himself to the riverbank on a rope and coaxed the 50-pound husky mix onto a stretcher so that he could be lifted back to the highway. Hunter had a small wound but was treated by a veterinarian and released to his owners. The dog may have run away from home after being frightened by fireworks.
The idea was simple, was just get down there, get a stretcher. Officer Graham had some pretty quick thinking, tied some slip leads together onto a stretcher to operate from the top. Me and the sheriff's deputy got down there, slid straight down to the dog. Were able to contain it on a catch pole for a moment just so we didn't lose him. Comforted the dog, and working together with the sheriff's deputy, he grabbed the front, I grabbed the back. We lifted the dog up out of the water and onto the stretcher and got him out with Officer Graham's help. He was very calm, he was cool. I mean, as cool as you could be in a situation like that. And yeah, he really worked with us. He was not fighting us or anything. He was a great dog.
You know, the reason why he got out might have been fireworks, was getting scared. Obviously, you don't know when fireworks are going to be set off. People do it whenever. I would definitely just take precautions. Do a tie out outside, make sure that there's secure tie out. And I think ultimately, I mean, word of mouth worked really good in this scenario, and the owners got there right away.
It was really cool to see not only collaboration between the departments, but to see our amazing officers and the work they do.
That's just some of the stories here at 14 minutes past the hour on the NCW Life Channel. We'll have more coming up on the evening newscast with Grant Olson tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. If you would like to get any of these stories or more, head to our website at ncwlife.com. On that website, you'll also find contact resources for us here. You can email us, news@ncwlife.com. You can phone us at 509-888-NCWL. It's 509-888-6295. You can also download many of the apps that are available on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and be sure and follow us on Facebook as well for all that's happening here with the NCW Life Channel. We'll take a break here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley and get you sports news on the way. A big celebration in Seattle yesterday for the champions. That's coming up here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life. now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
It's 30 degrees, reaching for a high of 46 in the Wenatchee Valley at 17 minutes past the hour. Eric Granstrom in for Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with sports news. The 12s were out in full force Wednesday to celebrate the Seahawks Super Bowl championship. Over 50,000 fans filled Lumen Field for the championship celebration, with hundreds of thousands more lining 4th Avenue for the parade afterwards. John Schneider began the speeches saying angels were watching over this team this season.
With those angels, we know that Paul Allen has watched over us. The Paul Allen. And Jody, Paul will be so proud of you the way you've led this organization and allowed us to be where we are. The Jody Allen! Let's go!
He should have been recognized as NFL Coach of the Year, but instead, he will gladly take Super Bowl champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of your Seattle Seahawks, Mike McDonald.
I think we'll take this trophy instead. I'll tell you what, when we set on this course 2 years ago, Jody and I sitting in a hotel meeting room in Baltimore. This is the vision that we had for the Seahawks. We talk about 12 as one. Look at all the 12s in this stadium right here. See how powerful this is with this football team. I got goosebumps just thinking about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Super Bowl champion quarterback, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, 12s!
Yeah, I just want to say I've talked a lot this last week about belief. A lot of people, didn't believe in me, but it didn't matter because the ones that are close believed in me, including y'all. I appreciate y'all so much.
Hey, look, I tell my dogs all the time, they got that dog in them. So right now, I'm going to say, give me 2 barks. I need everybody to bark. All right? Everybody. Y'all know what's going on. When I say, give me 2 barks, I need everybody to bark. Everybody. Hey, give me 2 barks. Give me 2 barks. Give me 2 barks. Yeah, that's that dog in. See! matter. Best defense in the world, and we had one goal, and that was to bring this home. And that's what we did to the best fans in the world. This is for y'all. Love. Here he is, the Undertaker of the Dark Side, defensive tackle, Leonard Williams. Swag, how we feeling? Yeah, we the champs, baby. I just gotta say, none of this would be possible without y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the way y'all took me in this year, the way y'all embraced me. I know I didn't get drafted here. I know I didn't start my career here, but I just knew as soon as I got here, this is a special place. The way y'all backed this team through the good and the bad, man, I just knew it was special. And I just gotta say, it takes a team to get here, man. It takes a team to get here. Hey, it takes a team to get here, man. From the top to the bottom, John Schneider, Mike, the head coaches, the whole staff, the wives and the families, everybody supporting our dreams. To my brothers that I play with on every game day, man, it takes a journey. It takes a whole community to push in the right direction to get to this point. And I appreciate y'all. And hey, we not done. We coming back next year. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm probably the last person they should have gave the mic to. But we finna turn up, man. First off, I wanna say shout out to Jody Allen, shout out to John Schneider for making this all possible, man. Shout out to Coach Mike McDonald for helping us get to this point. Man, but also, shout out to these badass play this game the right way. Hey! Not only do we have the best defense in the world, we got the best team in the world. And quite frankly, if you got anything to say for my quarterback, you got anything to say for my defense, you got anything to say for our O-line, and you got anything to say about the city of Seattle, I got two words for you.
Yeah, there may have been a few adult beverages consumed by all yesterday to celebrate the champions. Well, it won't take Seattle sports fans long to turn around the page because it happens today. Pitchers and catchers are working out for the first time today at Mariners spring training camp, even though he doesn't need to be there for a few days. Newly acquired third baseman Brendan Donovan arrived in Peoria early. We'll hear from Donovan and manager Dan Wilson tomorrow here on the NCW Live channel. Well, men's college basketball last night, Washington fell to Penn State in Big Ten play. The Nittany Lions came out on top 63-60 despite 19 points from Huskies Hans Steinbach. Eastern Washington has a game at home in Cheney tonight against Idaho State. That starts at 6 on ESPN+. Number 15 Iowa beat number 25 Washington in women's basketball 65-56. Ladine led the Huskies with 19 points in the loss. 3 games tip at 6 o'clock tonight for the ladies with Eastern Washington at Idaho State. Washington State hosts Portland and Gonzaga visits San Diego. Each game will be streamed on, ESPN+. Wenatchee Wild let a close game get away last night. In the latter stages up in Kelowna, the Rockets exploded for 3 late goals to down the Wild 8-4 in Western Hockey League play. Wenatchee will look to even that home and home series. That'll be home tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Spokane is the next opponent to face the Wild. That'll be Saturday and on Sunday. Well, the ladies take center stage in prep basketball tonight. Eastmont hosts Eisenhower at 5:30. It's the first round of the District 5 1A tournament with OMAC back at Royal. Cashmere hosts Cascade. Natchez Valley visits Wapato. Zilla plays host to Coyote Benton. Each of those games will tip at 6 o'clock. It's also the first round of the District 5 1B tournament with Wilson Creek at Soap Lake and Aniet visiting Moses Lake Christian. Just one boys game tonight with Eastmont hosting Eisenhower. That will start at 7 o'clock. And that's sports news at 25 minutes past the hour. Before we get going for the rest of it, Mac, I'm sorry, we don't have a taker on your coffee yet, so I'll take care of a slurp for you. You join me wherever you are, whatever you have. Let's do a morning slurp to start our Thursday. Here we go. I had to take an extra long one because, Malcolm didn't have one this morning. Sorry about that, Mac. A lot of things we can choose from today on this 12th of February as far as our day of the year, day of the month, that type of thing. It's Union Day in Myanmar. It's Tourism Day in Taiwan. It's Darwin Day, if they made it. National Plum Pudding Day. But we're going to pick National Lost Penny Day. The American penny was one of the first currencies authorized by the U.S. Mint Act in 1792. The design of the first 1 cent coin was proposed by Benjamin Franklin, and its design featured Lady Liberty with flowing hair. It was larger than the modern penny and was made of pure copper. Lady Liberty would remain on the U.S. penny for more than 6 decades. In the middle of the 19th century, the penny would get smaller and its metal composition would change from 100% copper to 88% copper and 12% nickel. In 1857 and 58, the new pennies featured a wreath on one side and a flying eagle on the other. In 1859, the Indian head penny emerged and would be used until 1909. On U.S. President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the Lincoln penny was released. After the introduction of the Lincoln penny, the design of these coins changed very little, although there were some changes to their metal composition. For example, in 1943, zinc-coated steel was used because copper was needed for the war effort during World War II. Today's penny is 97.5% copper-plated zinc, 2.5% copper. The most collectible pennies, by the way, include rare varieties and heirs, with some valued at over $1 million, such as the 1943 bronze Lincoln penny and the 1914 S Lincoln penny. So check your change jar, and maybe you're sitting on $1 million on the dresser. You just don't know. And it seems weird. You've heard that they're phasing out the penny, right? And in fact, when they can get the cash register figured out, how they're going to do this is if you pay with cash and your total comes to 1 or 2 cents, they'll round it down to 0. If it's 3 to 4 cents, they'll round it up to 5 cents. So that's what we're going to be left with as we celebrate National Penny Day, Lost Penny Day in this case, and losing the Penny Day. All right, on this day in history, of course, the Lincoln Memorial, February 12, 1915, 111 years ago, and on the 106th anniversary of his birth, first stone of the Lincoln Memorial was put into place. Efforts to create a fitting tribute to Abraham Lincoln began immediately after the leader's assassination in 1865. Within 2 years, Congress had officially formed the Lincoln Monument Association and began seeking out craftsmen to bring the project to life. However, squabbling about the details of the project delayed construction until 1914. Gee, surprise, something broke down in Washington, D.C. The Gateway Arch was, they began the whole concept. It was finished, I think, on this year, 63 years ago, I should say, on February 12, 1963. Construction began on the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri. At 630 feet, it's America's tallest memorial, the Western Hemisphere's tallest monument, and the world's tallest arch. It was first proposed, oh, there we go. It was first proposed in 1933. They finished it on this date in 1963. Funding was secured in 1935. So of course, it all ground to a halt during the Great Depression. They finally got back to it in 1945, and then they had the war going on, and so a lot had to be cleared. Also, underneath the area where they built the arch, they had to move railroads. They had to move train stations. It all had to be moved for this particular monument in St. Louis, Missouri. By the way, I've been up in it. There is a kind of a roundish sized car, elevator if you will, that takes you up the arch and down the other side. It's kind of freaky. I don't do well with heights, and you're looking out a little window down below. On this date, in 1994, 32 years ago, 4 thieves break into the National Gallery of Norway and steal Edvard Munch's iconic painting, The Scream. The same day as the opening of the 1994 Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, 2 men broke into the National Gallery in Oslo and stole its version of The Scream, leaving a note reading, "Thanks for the poor security." The painting had been moved down to a second-story gallery as part of the Olympic festivities. There you go, a few things that happened on this day in history. Who's got a birthday today? It's the 12th of February. Well, Abraham Lincoln, of course, was born on this date in 1809. 16th President of the United States. Of course, he died by a rout of gunshots in 1865 at the age of 56. He was the tallest president, by the way, in history at 6 feet 4 inches. He was the first president to be assassinated. Oh, you love that category. Lincoln, the only president to have obtained a patent. Lincoln was awarded the patent for inventing a method to keep ships afloat on shallow water while near the shoreline. He disliked being called Abe. He didn't like being called Abe. He'd rather you call him Abraham, thank you. And there are more books written about Lincoln than any other American in history. Happy birthday, Abraham Lincoln. Omar Bradley was born on this date in 1893. The last of 9 men to achieve the rank of 5-star general. He lived in Beverly Hills in the 1960s. His neighbor, by the way, was Elvis, the Bradley Tank. Yeah, named after that guy right there. Also born on this date in 1915, Lorne Greene. You remember him as Ben Cartwright in a show we used to air here on the NCW Life Channel. Bill Russell was born on this date in 1934. He died just, 4 years ago now at the age of 88. A 5-time MVP, 12-time All-Star, 11-time World Champion. That's 11, count them. These guys, LeBron James and Michael Jordan, got nothing on Bill Russell. He was also a 2-time national champion at San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco won national championships. He's also a gold medalist, Hall of Famer, number 6, retired by the NBA. Not just one team, but all the NBA said, nope, nobody's going to wear number 6 ever again. So there you go. That's birthdays. That's everything going on this 12th of February. We will take a break and come back. Mike Magnotti's got his opinion. But first, we wanted to remind you that our morning updates, as well as everything else here on the NCW Life Channel, brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Heat and Air. Call Alpine Air. They're on the web at alpineair.net. Also, don't forget, we have 2 more candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. We will introduce you to Darcy, Mejia, Sanchez, as well as Briannah Machado. That's all coming up here on a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Her Royal Highness Ella Johnson!
Join NCW Life Channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant Saturday, February 14th. The countdown to coronation starts at 6:30 with a pageant at 7. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, also by Apple Valley Honda and Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Tune in for the Royalty Selection Pageant live on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I love my house, and we moved into a somewhat depressed neighborhood about 22 years ago. The house needed a lot of work, and some of our neighbors were also clients who I dealt with in my job as a cop with the Wenatchee PD. But over the years, we've done a lot of work on the house. The neighborhood has really improved, and we have the house paid off. Thank you, God. And like I said, we do really like our home and our neighborhood. But you know what? I realized that maybe 20 or 30 years from now, someone else is going to be living there. So in a way, we're just renting. This realization is not really sad or depressing. It's just kind of a bittersweet recognition of the progression of life. I just hope whoever lives here next enjoys the home as much as we do now. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
You build more than projects. You build what communities rely on. When the job site runs on results, put Kubota to work. Backed by expert service and support from your local Kubota dealer. Right now, bring home select Kubota KX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $4,800.
Coverage of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Heat and air, call Alpine Air at 509-662-6842. They're on the web at alpineair.net. Thanks for joining us here on the NCW Life Channel as we get to meet our top 10 candidates for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant, which we'll have broadcast live. We'll tell you more about that coming up. Right now, we get to tell you more about and introduce you to Darcy Mejia Sanchez. She's the daughter of Roy and Laura Mejia. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here.
Before I get to my questions, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, I am Darcy Mejia Sanchez. I'm a senior at Wenatchee High School, and this is my second year as a Winning Start student. at WBC. I love to travel. I have a fun fact is I have a little Frenchie, and she's just so adorable. And this year I have the honor to be the president of the Mariachi Wenatchee group at Wenatchee High School.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're busy.
Yes, I am.
So the travel and the Frenchie, is that combined? Do you take the Frenchie with you? Or?
No, we don't.
No.
We normally leave here with my uncle.
Okay. Name of your Frenchie?
Fifi.
Fifi, the
Yes.
Frenchie.
Yes.
Okay. Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
So I'm actually named after Darcy Christopherson. So my mom really loved the name, and she's decided to name me after her. She put a Y instead of an I. And so I just feel like the Apple Blossom has always been part of my life. It's something I've grown up to always wanting to do. I've loved dresses my entire life, and my mom always takes pictures of me wearing dresses and heels, so it's just something I've always seen myself doing.
So it was a natural for you to be part of this process?
Yes.
So did your mom know Darcy, or how in the world did she decide that she's going to name you after someone in the community?
No, she actually was reading the newspaper and saw the name of the past royalty names, and she was just like scanning through the names and saw Darcy Christopherson. She's like, that's such a lovely name. And she told my dad, and they're like, let's name her that.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So it was meant to be.
Yeah, it was.
Well, congratulations on being part of the top 10.
Thank you.
This is quite a process for you guys. You've been shuttled around. You've been to hockey. You've been to, learning different things along the way. You still have a lot more to go. What's been the most unique experience for you so far?
I would say going to the Columbia Fruit Pack, just because it was such a great experience. As soon as you walk in, you can smell the scent of apples. It was just so amazing, learning all the process about it.
Okay. Did you know anything prior to that, or was it all new to you?
It was all new to me.
Oh,
I've never
okay.
really gone to like that.
Okay. All right. And I imagine it was pretty loud in there.
Yeah, it was.
Of course, you can go online and read the bios for all the top 10, including yours, at appleblossom.org. I was going through it, and you're involved in mariachi, very involved in mariachi,
yes.
Right? So I was curious if you were, or if this process of being part of mariachi has helped you learn more about your culture than maybe you didn't even know before.
I would say yes, just because I've got to learn a lot about the community throughout all of our performances we've had, so it's just been a great experience. How
important is that for you and maybe even for your family, for you to be involved in mariachi?
I feel like it is really important. My parents have always wanted me to be part of it ever since 7th grade, and that's when I was able to join it, and I've just been in it since, so it's just great to be part of that culture and be able to experience what it feels to be part of a mariachi.
What do you play?
I play the violin, and
Okay.
I have been for 8 years.
Okay. And is it true that mariachi, you don't only play an instrument, you guys sing too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you know that was going to be part of the deal? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
singing as a group.
Do you like that part of it? Okay.
This past December, we had our winter concert, and that was my first time doing a solo.
Oh my.
I was a little nervous, but as I sang, the crowd was just so positive and loving towards me, so I let go of those jitters, and it was such a great experience.
So if I asked you to sing right now, would you sing?
Probably not.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I kind of did want to put you on the spot there. That's okay. So I know you have goals and aspirations for your future. So if I bump into you 10 years from now, you'll be, what, 27, 28 years old by then? What are you doing?
I think I'd be a first grade teacher, probably teaching at Lewis and Clark or Sunny Slope, because that's where I went to elementary, and just really making a positive impact to little kids.
Okay. Would you, first grade, that's a very, you're molding clay with first graders, 6 years old. So would you include music maybe as part of your teaching?
I feel like yes, because I feel like everybody has different types of learning, and music is always a good way to learn things and memorize them, so I would say yes.
So we all have strengths and weaknesses. What are your biggest strengths and weaknesses?
I would say my biggest strengths are socializing, just because I feel like I have that natural,
Do you have a gift for gab? I mean, to be able to talk to anybody, being social like that?
I feel like yes. It's easy to connect to people and just create that.
Okay. How about your weakness?
I would say doing impromptu questions like these. I've always struggled, but I feel like this process has really helped me gain my confidence in answering questions on the spot.
So have you practiced with family members or friends or anything like that? Saying, okay, ask me questions, ask me anything.
Yes, I have. With my family, I've put them like, oh, ask me these questions, ask me random questions, and they were like, okay.
So if you had a day, I know this is really involved for you with being part of Top 10, and it's like they've got you running everywhere. But if you had a day here where I could say, okay, you can do anything you want for an entire day, what would you do?
I think I would wake up, have breakfast, and make breakfast with my family, make some pancakes, hash brown, and eggs. Like, that's the perfect breakfast. And just spend the day with them, biking through the loop trail, or just going somewhere and having fun with them.
Okay.
Taking a little break.
Family time.
Yeah.
Very important, isn't it? So I know you prepared for this. Is there a question that you really wanted me to ask you that I didn't?
No, I don't think
so. Okay. I had all the questions for you. You're good. Nothing from your bio that you really wanted to talk about today?
Just probably what impact I'd make as
So
or why I ran for the...
If you make top 3, and we hope that for you.
Yes.
So how would you represent the Wenatchee Valley?
I feel like I would be a great role model in giving that opportunity to little girls that they can make it to my spot as well, and be a role model for other girls, and just make such a positive impact in our community and represent our community in such a positive way.
So when we talked about you being named Darcy after Darcy Christopherson and being involved that way, did you know any previous princesses or queens or anything like that to kind of let you know what this is like?
No, I don't think
so. No? Okay. All right. You just knew that someday you're going to be here. And congratulations for being in the top 10, and I wish you the best of luck throughout the rest of this process.
Thank you.
And thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you. It was such an honor to be here.
You bet. There you go. That is Darcy Mejia Sanchez. She is one of our top 10 candidates vying for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royal Court. And of course, we'll find out who the top 3 are coming up on Saturday, February the 14th. We'll have our countdown to coronation at 6:30. And of course, our live coverage of the pageant at 7 right here on the NCW Life channel.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Coverage of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda. Committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also other eco-friendly actions and alternatives.
Thanks for watching the NCW Life channel as we get ready for the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival and the Royalty Selection Pageant. We're getting a chance to meet the top 10 candidates, and we have Briannah Machado, who's the daughter of Patricia and Pablo. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself before I get into my questions.
Well, I go to Eastmont High School. I'm a senior this year. I do full-time running start, so I'm not at the high school physically, but I do my best to stay involved through clubs and the most that I can do.
So you're going back and forth between 5th
back,
Street U, as they call it,
yep,
and over to Eastmont.
Yes, I beat a lot of traffic and get stuck in a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So what's the reason you decided to run for Apple Blossom?
Truthfully, because of my mom. She brought it up to me, and I was like, maybe. I saw that a lot of my friends were doing it, and of course I've seen it throughout the years. You know, the community, it's a big event of the year. But my mom kept me motivated, and she was just kind of like, do it, just that little push, and reminded me that if anything, the things that make me uncomfortable are like gonna help me, and that's really how you grow in any way.
So are you happy that Mom pushed you in
Oh,
this
I'm
direction?
so happy. I'm so very thankful. I thank her all the time. I'm like, thank you. I needed that little just nudge to get me there.
You guys are subjected to so much once you're top 10
Mhm.
and all of this education and everything else that you're doing.
Yeah.
What's been the most unique experience for you so far?
I really loved the Columbia Fruit Tour. That has been my favorite thing so far. Not only just because I'm kind of used to the agricultural environment, you know, with my family, but stepping back and seeing like the real production and how much technology has evolved since, you know, years ago when my parents were doing it. It's just crazy, and it felt like that little personal touch of just seeing it from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your bio is up on the Apple Blossom website, appleblossom.org, if you want to read the whole thing. There's a ton about Briannah in there. The one thing that struck me is that you work up in Leavenworth, right?
Yes.
At what's the place called?
Kris Kringle.
And Kris Kringle is, well, for lack of a better way to put it, it's Christmas year round, right?
Yeah.
Is that
All
their
year,
is that
yeah.
their slogan too, maybe?
Yeah, it's Christmas all year long.
So what's it like working at a place like that is Christmas constantly?
It was really weird at first, and it was even weirder the first time where Christmas came around and I started hearing Christmas music everywhere but my store.
Oh.
Like the store that we work at, we play
Right.
Christmas music all year.
Yeah.
So when it actually gets to Christmas time and I hear music outside of the store, it's like, I'm not clocked in right now. But it's fun. I do love to do it. We personalize on ornaments there, meaning that you can put like a name or like a year, and that's what I do. And I love it. I think it's fun, and it's like my contribute to a little holiday magic.
Were you a big fan of Christmas before that?
Of course, yeah. I love
Okay.
Christmas.
Then that makes sense. That
yeah.
makes sense. In 10 years from now, I know you probably have your game plan.
Yes.
I see you on the streets and, hey, Briannah, what are you up to 10 years from now? What's the
10
answer
years
going to
from
be?
now, I hope that I'm in a good dental program, still studying. I don't know if I'll still be working at Kris Kringle, but I hope to be definitely dialed into my academic pursuits in life.
Okay. So this might be a tough one for you.
Okay.
What are your biggest strengths and or your biggest weaknesses?
Okay. I would say my biggest strength is just my willpower to keep pushing through anything. I can get beat down a lot and still keep going, but my biggest weakness is probably that, just reminding myself that, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. That if you are on the downside of things,
Yeah.
that just remember that
Yeah.
you can get back up.
Mhm.
If you had a day
Mhm.
where it's your day,
Okay.
whole day, you could do anything, what would you do?
I would wake up, eat breakfast. I love cooking breakfast.
Okay, what's breakfast?
Eggs.
Eggs.
All the time.
Okay.
No matter,
Okay.
in any style,
Oh,
eggs.
you don't have a fave? You're not
No,
scrambled or you're over
I
easy?
find
or-
myself hyperfixating on certain ways, you know,
Oh.
scrambled, over easy,
Mhm.
omelet.
Mhm.
But for sure eggs,
Okay.
cottage cheese,
Okay.
spinach.
So that's the start of your day.
Mhm.
What happens then?
And then I would probably spend some time in the living room with my family, go to the gym. I love working out, take a little walk outside, grocery shopping.
Mm.
I love grocery shopping, any type of shopping, but grocery shopping I just love.
So before we end this, was there a question that you were prepared for to knock out of the park that I didn't ask you?
I thought you were going to ask me more about school or about how I see myself like in the role of Apple Blossom. Like,
oh, okay.
I was really thinking like of what I would say to like a girl that was in my position, like girls wanting to run for Apple Blossom.
Okay.
I thought you were going to ask me that.
Okay. All right. So then what's your answer? If you're all ready for it.
Well, not that I was 100% ready, but but I was thinking more of, you know, you're not alone for those girls. I was definitely in those shoes, and for a long time I felt really scared of being uncertain of things. I always thought that, you know, I needed to know, but that uncertainty is like I don't think it's anything to be afraid of. If anything, something to look forward to or welcome, just because it means you have so many options and so many opportunities waiting for you.
So don't fear the unknown.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Embrace it.
Well, congratulations on being in the top 10.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the rest of this process. I know you're enjoying it so far, and I hope you have fun the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
You bet. Briannah Machado, one of our top 10 candidates here on the NCW Life Channel. The pageant coming your way on Saturday, February 14th from the Numerica Pack. We'll have our pregame show, as I like to call it, the countdown to coronation at 6:30, and then, of course, the pageant at 7 o'clock. And we'll find out who the top 3 are that will represent the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival in 2026. Thanks for joining us here on the NCW Life Channel.
The winter prep sports season is here, and NCW Life Channel has you covered. Follow the Eastmont Wildcats and Wenatchee Panthers right here. Coverage brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Valley Tractor. Follow the action all winter long on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
Just a couple of minutes before the top of the hour and wrapping up this Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Eric Granstrom in for Dan Kuntz. And by the way, thank you to Miss Marion, my much better half. She rescued Mac with some coffee. Not just one, but 2 coffees. How about Miss Marion? Gotta love her. All right, just speaking of which, Marion's going to help us out. We got everybody on deck for the coverage this coming Saturday of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. We'll start it off with our countdown to coronation at 6:30 live at the Pack, and then the Royalty Selection Pageant at 7 o'clock. We'll find out by 10 o'clock on Saturday night whom will represent the Wenatchee Valley and the Apple Blossom Festival with the top 3, the Queen, the 2 Princesses, which, by the way, will be in studio next Monday as Dan will return from his assignment, and he will introduce you and get to know a little bit better the Queen and 2 Princesses live right here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley coming up on Monday. Now, what to expect weather-wise today? You can see we're kind of off to a fair start this morning. It will reveal mostly sunny skies today, and 46 for the high for the Wenatchee Valley, 30 for the overnight low with some clouds moving in tonight. Slight chance of rain tomorrow and a high of 44. Extended forecast looking at clouds and maybe some shower activity. Not too bad as far as the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe some sunshine, excuse me, breaking through the clouds. Let me take a drink. Hold on. All right. Maybe some sun breaking through the clouds on Sunday. Temperatures should remain in the 40s, nighttime lows in the 30s, so still warmer than where we are typically this time of year for it being February, for gosh sakes. We're at 31 outside the studios of the NCW Life Channel here in downtown Wenatchee. That's going to wrap up this Thursday edition. We'll join you again tomorrow morning. Marion might even be in studio as well. So that's all right here tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.